Hello everyone, welcome back to Dugout Daily. I'm Charlie, and today we have another video. This time we are previewing the match where reigning champions Manchester City welcome Nottingham Forest to the Etihad Stadium on Saturday afternoon as we seek to preserve our perfect start in the new Premier League season. While the hosts are sitting pretty at the Premier League summit, the visitors currently sit 8th in the table after picking up 7 points from their last 4 top-flight matches. Manchester City fans are understandably in buoyant mood after watching our side claim 5 wins from 5 Premier League games, including last weekend's 3-1 success away against West Ham, courtesy of strikes from summer signing Jeremy Doku, Bernardo Silva and Erling Haaland. Pep Guardiola's men had to come from behind at half-time to claim maximum points in the capital and were tasked to do the same on Tuesday night when we began our defence of the Champions League at home to Red Star Belgrade, eventually conquering by a 3-1 scoreline in our opening Group G fixture. Osman Bakari surprisingly put Red Star in front with their first shot on target, I should say, on the stroke of half-time, but a dominant Citizens outfit who in contrast had 37 shots and 76% possession throughout the 90 minutes turned the game on its head after the break, thanks to a brace from Julian Alvarez and a composed finish from last season's Champions League final hero Rodri to help extend City's club record of successive home wins to 19 in all competitions. Form at the Etihad has been a huge factor behind City's recent success, and not only do we boast a 27-game unbeaten home run in the Champions League, which is the third longest run in the competition's history, we've also won all 12 of our Premier League home games in 2023 and have scored 35 goals in the process. Manchester City will fancy our chances of claiming another 3 points on Saturday and becoming just the second reigning Premier League champions after Chelsea in 2005 to win our opening 6 top-flight games of the season when we take on Nottingham Forest, who we have beaten each of our last 3 home meetings without reply, including last season's thumping 6-0 triumph in August 2022. Nearly 3 weeks on from losing 1-0 at home to Burnley in the Carabao Cup second round, Nottingham Forest were on course to suffer the same defeat heading into the final half hour of their Premier League clash with the Clarets on Monday. However, debutant Callum Hudson-Odoi announced himself to the City ground faithful with a stunning second-half strike from outside the area to rescue a 1-1 draw for Steve Cooper's side in a game that Burnley were controversially denied a late winner by VAR because of a dubious handball. Considering Forest have already faced Arsenal, Manchester United and Chelsea away from home this season, Cooper will be reasonably pleased to have seen his side accumulate 7 points from their first 5 Premier League games, but another tricky away trip is on the horizon at the home of the reigning champions. Forest's slender 1-0 win against Chelsea in their last match on the road, which is one of just 2 away league wins in 14 games since the turn of the year, will breed confidence within Cooper's squad heading to the Etihad, but they entered Saturday's fixture having failed to win any of their last 6 meetings with Manchester City. The only time Forest have celebrated success at the Etihad was as a Championship club back in January 2009 when they stunned the Citizens with a 3-0 FA Cup win under former caretaker boss John Pemberton. So Manchester City's Premier League form is 5 wins out of 5, and our form in all competitions is 6 wins out of 6. Forest have started the Premier League season with a loss, a win, a loss, a win, and a draw, and their form in all competitions is a loss, a win, a loss, a loss, a win, and a draw. Manchester City's Bernardo Silva is ruled out for up to 2 weeks with an unspecified leg injury picked up in the win over Red Star, and the playmaker will join Kevin De Bruyne with a hamstring injury and John Stones with a muscle injury in the treatment room. Mateo Kovacic has missed the last 2 games with a muscle problem in his back, and Saturday's game may come too soon for the midfielder, but Guardiola has revealed that Jack Grealish could feature against Forest after taking part in training this week following a spell out with a knee issue. The absence of Bernardo will likely see Doku record to the first 11 to start on the opposite flank to fill Foden, while Josko Vardiol and Manuel Akanji will both be pushing to start in defence and could replace Nathan Ake and Sergio Gomez. Alvarez scored his first 2 Premier League goals for Manchester City in last season's 6-0 home win over Forest, and the Argentine is expected to continue in attack alongside Haaland, who netted a hat-trick against the Tricky Trees in the same fixture. As for Forest, Harry Toffolo with an FA suspension is unavailable for selection, and Brazilian midfielder Danilo is ruled out for a few weeks with a hamstring injury, while Felipe, Wayne Hennessy both have knee injuries, and Serge Aurier with an unspecified injury are all doubts. Willy Bolly with an illness will also be assessed ahead of kick-off. Gonzalo Montiel was run ragged by Burnley's Luca Colaiocco and withdrawn shortly after half-time on his Forest debut could be replaced by Olorena, who may start either right back or right wing back, depending on whether Cooper operates with a back 4 or 5-man defence, while Arsenal loanee Nuno Tavares could be handed his first start on the left side of defence. Big money summer signing Ibrahim Sangare and Orel Mangala could link arms again in the middle of the pitch, while Hudson-Odoi, Morgan Gibbs-White and former Manchester United man Anthony Elanga will all be hoping to retain their places in the final third along with striker Taiwo Awoniyi. So the predicted teams then, starting with Manchester City, I've gone with Ederson in goal, Walker, Akanji, Diaz and Vardiol at the back, with Rodri and Nunes in midfield, Foden, Alvarez and Doku behind Haaland in attack. And the predicted team for Forest, I've gone with Turner in goal, Bolly, Worrell and McKenna at the back, with Aina, Sangare, Mangala and Tavares in midfield, with Gibbs-White operating just behind Hudson-Odoi and